Welcome back. Now, pressure is currently mounting on government to terminate its contract with G4S to manage the Mangaung Correctional Centre. This after rapist and murderer Thabo Bester escaped from the prison after faking his own death. The Association of Private Security Owners of South Africa is the latest organisation to join on that call. Now, government pays 45 million rand a month to the UK-owned private security company to manage the Free State facility. But for more on this, we are joined by Jones Maphalaphathwa, who's presented this, of course, perspective that this contract needs to be terminated. And he's the president of the Association of Private Security Owners of South Africa. Thank you so much, Jones, for your time. And good morning to you. I suppose let's talk about, your reasons. And I'm sure joining many calls for this termination of a contract. But why do you think it needs to be done immediately?
Morning to you and morning to the viewers. Look, our call it's coming from the fact that the contracted company, since this incident has happened, they've not taken a responsibility, and this is a very big company, a multinational company, and every one of us is asking ourselves that what would have happened between them and the government, the Department of Correctional Services, because obviously we would understand that there would have been a service level agreement that has been signed between them and the department. To this extent, all of us could agree that there has been a serious breach of security in that facility. And the least that we would expect from a contracted company is to take a responsibility, own up and try and correct what would have happened.
I mean, I just want to go back.
That's the reason why
That's the reason why I suppose you're standing firm on this call. But I want to go back to, the Minister, Ronald Lamoda's appearance before Parliament and, his reasoning as to why it seems that they, as a department, can't take such a decision to terminate immediately. He says they still need to consult legally to see what they're able to do. It seems they have to honour this contract since 2026. But in your view, is it possible? Is the minister here perhaps making, a mere excuse? Is it possible to breach, or not necessarily breach, but to terminate is the word I'm looking for, this contract with immediate effect? Because from what we're hearing in Parliament, it seems there might be a lengthy consultation that they have to say, according to the minister, before they take that decision.
Look, TAPSOSA represent the majority of employers who are historically disadvantaged employers. And you are looking at this kind of an incident and you're thinking, what would have happened had it been one of our members? And you think the termination would have been immediately. However, we could allow the minister to do the investigation because we don't know the contents of the service level agreement which they would have signed with the company. But I'm saying this far, since the incident has happened, the company has been denying that this prisoner has escaped up until he was arrested, and they went to Parliament in front of the portfolio committee and still deny that he has escaped, which to us, they were not necessarily owning up to that. So it is on that basis where we are saying the department should honestly look at terminating this contract immediately. Whatever the contents of the SLA, that could be tackled legally after. I'm sure there is a clause on breach and termination. Yeah. And this is a very serious breach which I think deserves an immediate termination of the contract.
Mr. Maphalaphathwa, in your view, realistically, what would the logistics also look like Should the Correctional Service Department heed your call and terminate this contract immediately? If we're talking about a facility that accommodates approximately 3,000 prisoners, and from what the Minister also told JJ Tabane on Power to Truth, that it's a state-of-the-art facility with the latest technology. I just don't know why that technology didn't help the country when Thabo Bester was escaping, but still defending that it seems it's a prison facility with a state-of-the-art technology accommodating quite a huge number of prisoners. What would the logistics look like in terms of terminating the contract and also awarding it as opposed to another service provider? Because we do understand it is a private-public partnership that would have to be shared here.
We don't necessarily know what he really meant, but I can tell you that there are a lot of companies that have got the capacity in the country to take over that contract immediately. And a number of our members are doing what's called business with the national key points facilities. This is just about an understanding and studying the model, because it's quite a different model from the model of physical security guarding. However, it is something that could be done. There is capacity in the country. We're talking about technology. Technology can be sourced anywhere. There's technology that is available for us. Some of us, our companies, are able to deploy the system designers who could come up with even better technologies to provide the department with the system. And for them to say it's the state of the art and you still have such an incident, to me, it leaves much to be desired with.
I mean, also touching on, the fact that you represent, private security owners in South Africa as its association president. Talk to me about the impact this saga has had on the reputation of private security. There seems to be a lack of confidence from the public that G4S has misrepresented, accountability and transparency in this regard. Surely this should have an impact in as far as, private, security in the country, also in as far as our prison systems and facilities are concerned.
Indeed. Obviously, a lot of people or the public out there are calling for, obviously, the termination of this contract and also looking at insourcing this service. But we are opposed to that view. We are saying, as private security sector, we have a capacity to put internally. I'm talking about the South African companies. We have big companies in this country that could take over that contract immediately. And I'm talking about one of the companies has even deployed their own resources to ensure that they track this prisoner where he is and assist in capturing him. So that tells you about the amount of capacity that we have as a country. So we should not be undermined. We have a capacity as a country. We can take it over. And the fact is, obviously, people are not happy about it. But if you look at what is happening in the public prisons, these incidences are happening a lot. There's prevalence of prisoners escaping from public prisons. So this could have been an isolated incident. However, we are saying, as a contracted company, they should own up so that this thing can be corrected properly.
We'll leave it there. I appreciate you speaking to me about this. Jones Maphalaphathwa, President. Thank you so much for your time.